Hi, my name is Natalia Bernikova, and this is final presentation for IT680 software engineering project. My project is a card game that is very popular in Eastern Europe, and the original name of the game is Durak, which translates as fool. I developed the game as a web application as well as Android application. I will start with scope overview, then I will talk about changes, risks, and at the end I will demo my working application. Initial scope of the project was to develop the game with two players. One player is a human and the other one is computer. The game itself requires to have 36 playing cards, starting from 6 and ending with aces of all suits. Each player receives 6 cards in the beginning of a game, and trump card has to be shown as well. I would have to resolve attack and validate defense for both players. Also, game has to be developed as an Android application. During first revision of a scope, I agreed to implement second level of game where artificial intelligence component is more intelligent. Therefore, human has less chances to win making this level interesting for more advanced players. Also, Dr. also suggested to implement the game as a web application only. However, as time was passing and I was working on implementation of a first level of the game, I realized that implementing second level would be extremely hard task considering the timeline that I had. So I had to call another scope revision where I asked Dr. Welsos to go with initial scope and not implement the second level, to which he agreed. Scope changes can be seen on the simple timeline. I do have difference of 1 week between initial timeline and revised one here in the end of April. Well, the change was done mainly because I faced some of the risks that I expected and I was not able to develop during spring break. Also, major change here was that initially I was going to develop game engine first and add graphics at the end. But once I started the implementation, debugging and testing became really hard. So I decided to implement graphic part earlier in the stage. So my timeline has shifted a little bit. Well, implementing graphic elements earlier made testing and debugging easier, so I could test my application throughout the implementation, and I could compromise my testing period a little bit. So I decided to cut 1 week from testing towards the implementation phase, as you can see on my second revised timeline. There are some risks that the project has overcome. First, I was really afraid that I will not be able to set up game graphics, and this was the main reason why I initially really wanted to implement graphics at the end, so I won't jeopardize the whole project. But it actually wasn't such a hard task, so I did overcome it. Second major risk was that I knew very little about JavaScript and nothing at all about jQuery, so I had to learn a whole new language and its library. And third one is that PhoneGap apparently provides pretty slow speed for the games, but since this is a card game and does not require high definition graphics and any fast speed, that PhoneGap was more than enough for this particular game. Well, some risk I did not overcome. First is that I actually did fall behind timeline. As I showed you previously, I had to cut time for testing and increase my implementation phase because I did not develop during spring break and had to learn languages, so it took some time. Also, I was not able to finish second level of game as I agreed with Dr. Welsos during first revision of my scope. I could not develop it because I did not have enough time to do it, and the complexity of the game is not as easy as it looks. And here is my demo. So I hosted my web application on Google Drive. You can find it on this link. I will also post it on one of the files, so you can just click it and go ahead and play. And that's how application looks on Google Chrome. This is a homepage. It has basic information about the game itself, where it came from and such. Then on top there is a navigation bar. It has homepage, which is the current page, rules, and the button play. The navigation bar stays same in those two pages. So rules page has the how to play section and game rules, so you can read on and understand how to play. And once you click on the play button, I have a pop-up alert message notifying me whose turn to play it is. So right now it's a computer's turn, and if I click OK, I see that I have 6 cards on the bottom. These are my cards, and they are face up. Then I have 5 cards on top, which are computer's cards, and they are face down, so I cannot see what's going on behind there. Then on my right here, I have a trump card face up, and this card is basically representing the deck of cards. This card is whatever computer gave me, so he's attacking me, and now I have a choice to beat it or take it. Well, I can beat it with higher, so I can beat it like this, and once I'm done, click done. Now it's my turn, and I can just give him smallest card or highest card, whatever I want, and computer will beat it right away. So done. Okay, so again I got cards which I could have beaten it with trump card, but I'll probably take it. So I can just take card, and once I take it, computer takes turn again. So I can take it again, or I can beat it. I'll probably beat it since I had 9, and done. So that's how the game is played. So my web app is responsive, and if I decide to change my screen size, I can just make it smaller, and it makes smaller. I mean, yeah, it jumps around a little bit, but it does the job. Also, I have quite a few validation rules running behind the scenes. So for example, if I give a card the computer beats, obviously there are a whole bunch of calculations going on. But if computer gives me a card and I decide to beat it with like smaller value, it will not allow me. Just give me an alert that this card is not valid. Cards must be higher in value than the attack card, because I tried to give it 6 of hearts instead of 10 or higher. Or if I decide to give it a different suit, it just gives me an alert that the card is not valid. So I could beat it with the trump card or higher value. So that's how I'm so there is a whole bunch of validation going on behind the scenes. I'll show you in different browsers. It's all compatible. So this is a Google Chrome. This is Opera. Same thing. It has home page, it has rules page, and play. Now I have a different alert here. Now it says it's my turn to play. So I click OK, and something else is happening, right? Computer has 6 cards, I have 6 cards, and it's my turn to play. So obviously I'm just gonna give computer card to play, and he will just go ahead and defend it. Now it's my turn, so I will just defend it, I guess. So this is the Opera. Now I have this is what is this? This is Mozilla Firefox. So again, same thing. Home, rules, play. Let me play from. I'll show you the rules from here, and go back to home, and I can play from here as well. So Mozilla has a little bit different alert box. It's my turn again. I can click OK and go ahead and play. Internet Explorer works here as well, which is pretty awesome. Even layouts are same. So I can go ahead and play, and I have blocked content. I have to unblock it, computer turn, and here it is. So now as you see, probably you can see in Internet Explorer, my cards are not as good quality as in other browsers. But you still can see which card that is, and you still can play. You can take the card, you can beat the card, you can take turns. So the principle is the same. And this is how my app looks on Android device. I am using Samsung Galaxy Tab 4, and on screen you're seeing representation of my device from Mobizen. And if I click on the full icon, my app will launch and I will see a home page, same way as it was shown in browser. It has two modes. It has portrait mode and landscape mode. I can just twist my device and it will go to landscape. Same way I have rules, same portrait and landscape, and I can play from here. It says it's my turn, and here's my portrait mode. It's a little bit cluttered, but I figured some players might actually prefer to play portrait mode instead of landscape, so I decided to keep it adjustable. Otherwise I could have just locked it. So since it's my turn, I can just click on the card and it will go and computer will beat it. So absolutely same principle of the game. I actually like it landscape more better, so I can see my cards better, and I can play from here. I can even play trumps or any other card and so on. So this is how it looks on my Android app. So this is pretty much it about my presentation. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope you will actually go and play my game. Thanks for watching.